Chicago is at Detroit.
Nah.
Knox, stat of the game. Should have done that for the previous one. I already gave this one, but David Montgomery in 4 of 6 games, 5 to 7 non-PPR points, 7 to 10 full PPR points. He's had 2 big games against the Rams and these Detroit Lions. A running back, I didn't give this stat, a running back has scored 16 or more non-PPR fantasy points. It's a mega game against the Lions in 7 of 10 games. So did Montgomery crack your top 12 this week?
I'm stunned he's not in my top 5. But there are enough running backs out there that I like better than Montgomery to put him at 6 in PPR. Absolutely have to start him.
All right, let's just sum it up, right? Montgomery and Swift are must starts. Is anyone else a must start in this game?
The closest thing would probably be Darnell Mooney in a league where you start 3 wide receivers.
Yep.
He's a high-end number 3 wide receiver for me. And then after that, it's probably Hawkinson at tight end is the closest thing. And after that, you don't want to start anybody else.
No appeal for Dalton?
I'm not going to make an appeal for Dalton.
You got to be desperate in a 2 QB league.
Yeah, look, Mooney is someone we should definitely spend some time on, right? He got 16 targets last week. Obviously, that was high, but it was his first game playing without Allen Robinson. Robinson does not seem like he is going to play. Over the last 7 games, I believe that was when Fields, I think that was started with the Detroit game, actually. Mooney had a huge game against Detroit, by the way. Over the last 7 games, his 16-game pace is 66 catches, 1,074 yards, and 7 touchdowns. It's pretty damn good. But
is that 7 total touchdowns? You're including the rushing one that he had against
7 receiving. So sorry.
So maybe a little bit more because of the rushing score.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's obviously been very inconsistent, and Mooney only has a 52% catch rate. But Detroit, they're actually 16th against wide receivers. What's so funny? What'd I do?
Well, you're going to have a low catch rate when you only catch 5 of 16 targets in a game, which is what he had last week. Yeah. And Dalton kind of went into Joe Flacco, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jay Cutler mode of doesn't really care about anything else going on other than just chucking it. And so I think he was looking downfield a lot for Mooney. He was not necessarily accurate doing so. The big touchdown that Mooney had was a catch and run. That was a fun play, and Mooney should get a lot of credit for that play, but that's got nothing to do with Andy Dalton and his accuracy or his arm strength or anything like that. I think we can you start Mooney because he's coming off of a game where his quarterback was looking for him over and over and over again. Quarterback did not mind throwing downfield, which he had a problem doing earlier this year, and the Lions' pass defense is terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. But the thing about the Lions is that I believe they see the second fewest pass attempts per game in the NFL.
Teams are running on them.
Yeah, sure. Teams just run all over them. Only Carolina has seen fewer pass attempts per game. Detroit is second there. So, all right, here's the question. We got 6 teams playing on Thursday. Stephon Diggs is the clear-cut number 1 wide receiver. Who is the second best wide receiver? Is it Gallup? Is it Renfro? Is it Mooney? And that would be it, I think. Sanders, Beasley, whatever. Who's the second best wide receiver?
Renfro, then Gallup, then Mooney.
Mooney, then Gallup, then Renfro.
Would you start Darnell Mooney or I don't know who that is. Darnell Mooney or Brandon Cooks?
I think you just said Mike Williams.
I would start Mooney over Mike Williams.
I would start Mooney over Mike Williams and Brandon Cooks.
I should probably be asking some Elijah Moore questions, right? Mooney or Elijah Moore?
Mooney.
What'd you say, Heath? You said Moore?
Moore.
And Dave said Mooney. Dave's higher on
Yeah, I do think there's a little more risk with Mooney just because, this team has had some passing games, especially in their few victories, where they've just not hardly thrown at all. They're 2 of their 3 wins, they've thrown for 109 yards or fewer.
Yeah.
There's a possibility they just run the ball 45 times in this game, beat the Lions 24-0, and get out of town.
Oh, so you think it'll be a blowout?
No, I said it's a possibility.
Okay. Because if you do think that, you're gonna have to move the Bears DST up. Speaking of which, all right, let's see where the updated DST rankings have the Bears. Oh, wait. Cole Kmet. Any interest?
Not for me.
And who are the tight ends you would start ahead of TJ Hawkinson? So, and no Kelsey this week. Andrews, Kittle, Waller, Dallas Goedert, Kyle Pitts, Rob Gronkowski, Dalton
Schultz, Pat Freiermuth, Mike Gesicki, Noah Fant.
Okay, Heath's a little higher. Heath has Hawkinson ahead of Freiermuth, Gesicki, and Fant. But Gronk, Schultz, Goddard, and the other must starts are ahead of TJ Hawkinson.
How about Hawkinson or Knox? You know where I come out on it. I'll take Hawkinson. Heath?
I mean, they're right in the same range. I'd tell if somebody asked me on Twitter, I'd tell them to flip a coin.
I would go Hawkinson in full PPR, and I would go Knox in the other formats.
That makes sense.
One thing I want to see with Knox is, teams are trying to take away the deep ball against the Bills, and that probably benefited Knox last week. But the Saints are so bad, they give up a ton of big plays. So, is that something we should look at going forward? Can they get big plays downfield? And if they can, is that going to hurt Dawson Knox? I don't know. It's probably something we have to find out hopefully this week. All right. Where are the Bears? Where's the Bears DST, Heath?
12.
Okay, Dave? I think you have
higher than 12, but that's based on Boyle being the quarterback. I may move him down. I currently have him 6th. They'll be close to 10. They might be 8, maybe 9.
Heath, thanks for getting the Cowboys in your top 24, man.
I do it.
They are 24th.
Where do you put them? 24th?
Is that where you're keeping them?
I don't know where I'm going to have them ranked.
You're a fantasy football analyst. You got to rank this.
I'm working on it, man. Jeez.
Okay, the man has had the toughest week of all of us. Give him a break.
Hey, look, it says his rankings were updated 6 minutes ago, and he's got him 24.
I just moved him into the top 24, so you'd be happy.